I am Ra. I greet you in the love and in the light of the one infinite Creator. We communicate now. Question 96.1. Questioner, could you first please give me the condition of the instrument? Answer, I am Ra. The physical energy deficit is significantly greater than the last asking. There has been substantive lessening also of the vital energies, although the perquisite degree of energy for mental emotional distortions of normalcy are yet available. Question 96.2. Questioner, could you tell me the cause of the lessening of the physical and vital energies? Answer, I am Ra. We found the need of examining the mental configurations of the instrument before framing an answer due to our reluctance to infringe upon its free will. Those concepts relating to the spiritual contemplation of personal catalyst have been appreciated by the entity, so we may proceed. This entity has an habitual attitude which is singular, that is, when there is some necessity for action, the entity is accustomed to analyzing the catalyst in terms of service and determining a course. There was a most unusual variation in this configuration of attitude when this instrument beheld the dwelling which is to be inhabited by this group. The instrument perceived those elementals and beings of astral character of which we have spoken. The instrument desired to be of service by achieving the domicile in question, but found its instincts reacting to the unwelcome presences. The division of mind configuration was increased by the continuing catalyst of lack of control. Had this entity been able to physically begin cleansing the dwelling, the, shall we say, opening would not have occurred. Although this entity attempted clear communication upon this matter, and although each in the support group did likewise, the amount of Blu-ray work necessary to uncover and grasp the nature of the catalyst was not effected. Therefore, there was an opening quite rare for this mind, body, spirit complex, and into this opening the one which greets you moved and performed what may be considered to be the most potent of its purely magical manifestations to this present nexus, as you know, time. It is well that this instrument is not distorted towards what you may call hysteria, for the potential of this working was such that had the instrument allowed fear to become greater than the will to persevere when it could not breathe, each attempt at respiration would have been even more nearly impossible until the suffocation occurred which was desired by the one which greets you in its own way. Thus the entity would have passed from this incarnation. Question 96.3. Questioner, does this threat, shall I say, still exist, and, if so, is there something that we can do to alleviate it? Answer, I am Ra. This threat no longer exists, if you wish to phrase this greeting in this manner. The communication which was effected by the scribe and then by the questioner did close the opening and enable the instrument to begin assimilating the catalyst it had received. Question 96.4. Questioner, the instrument asks if the house which is to be our new location is capable of being transformed by painting and cleaning. We don't plan to put down all new carpets. Would cleaning the carpets that are there now be acceptable? I want to bring this particular house up to acceptable limits so that it is neutral after we do the salting. I have a concern only for the conditions for our work there. The physical location isn't that important. In fact, I don't consider that important at all. Could Ra comment on this? Answer, I am Ra. It is, of course, the preference of this group which is the only consideration in the situation for the contact with Ra. The domicile in question has already been offered a small amount of blessing by this group through its presence and, as we have previously stated, each of your days spent in love, harmony, and thanksgiving will continue transforming the dwelling. It is correct, as we have previously stated, that physical cleanliness is most important. Therefore, the effort shall be made to most thoroughly cleanse the dwelling. In this regard it is to be noted that neither in the dwelling as a whole wherein you now reside or in the chamber of this working is there an absence of your dust, earth, and other detritus which is in toto called dirt. If the intention is to clean, as much as is physically possible, the location, the requirements for physical cleanliness are fulfilled. It is only when a lower astral entity has, shall we say, placed portions of itself in the so-called dirt that care should be taken to remove the sentient being. These instructions we have given. May we note that just as each entity strives in each moment to become more nearly one with the Creator but falls short, just so is physical spotlessness striven for but not achieved. In each case the purity of intention and thoroughness of manifestation are appreciated. The variance between the attempt and the goal is never noted and may be considered unimportant. Question 96.5. Questioner: the sequence of events that I am considering is first the painting and then the cleaning, then the moving in of the furniture, then the salting and use of garlic. Is this as good as any other sequence, or would another sequence be better? Answer: I am Ra. Any sequence which results in the cleansing is acceptable. It is to be noted that the thresholds are not to be crossed during the cleansing. Since such stricture upon use of the lemon may affect your considerations, we make note of this. Question 96.6. Questioner: was the unusual sound on the instrument's tape recorder that occurred while she was trying to record her singing a greeting from our fifth density, negative associate? Answer: I am Ra. No. Rather, it was a greeting from a malfunctioning electronic machine. Question 96.7. Questioner: there was no catalyst for that machine to malfunction from any of the negative entities then. Is that right? It was only a function of the random malfunction of the machine. Am I correct? Answer: I am Ra. No. Question 96.8. Questioner: what was the origin of this malfunction? Answer: I am Ra. There are two difficulties with the machine. Firstly, this instrument has a strong effect upon electromagnetic and electronic machines and instruments, and likely, if continued use of these is desired, should request that another handle the machines. Also, there was some difficulty from physical interference due to the material you call tape catching upon adjoining, what you would call, buttons when the play button, as you call it, is depressed. Question 96.9. Questioner: how is Ra able to know all of this information? This is somewhat of an unimportant question, but it is just amazing to me that Ra is able to know all of these trivial things. What do? Move in time, space and inspect the problem, or what? Answer: I am Ra. Your former supposition is correct, your latter unintelligible to us. Question 96.10. Questioner: you mean that you move in time, space and inspect the situation to determine the problem. Is that correct? Answer: I am Ra. This is so.